Hello. Um, I am finally live. Sorry for the little delay. I had said that I'll be popping up here around noon today. I am a little bit late, but I had to put my little one to sleep so that I can be here with you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for letting me be part of your life. I want to tell you a little bit about me. I am Stanislava Stajkova-Lukok. I am a naturopath and a fertility coach. I am doing what I'm doing right now because I myself had kind of long road to getting here. I had my own fertility struggles and had 5 unsuccessful IUIs and 1 unsuccessful IVF. Tried to conceive my second child for about 4 years or so, and finally my path has a happy ending. I did conceive my son Julian naturally. And that happened after that long struggle, after getting very depressed because of the unsuccessful reproductive technologies and because of this big hole that I found myself in. I started digging and researching and asking questions to get the answers that I did not get answered from the conventional Western medicine. As a result, I enrolled to study naturopathy, and here I am today. And of course, as a result, I conceived naturally, and now I have a healthy 1-year-old. So I'm here today because I wanted to give you the chance to ask some questions and also to talk about a very important topic. And now is summer in the Western, here in Bulgaria, summer in the US is summer. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me well. Give me 1 second, let me double check, because on my phone I do not get an idea if the live is working, but I'm going to check on my laptop quickly. Working properly. All right, let me refresh here. I just don't want to be talking to myself. Making sure it's working. Okay. Yes, it is. All right. So, this important topic that I want to talk to you about today is about sun exposure and sunscreen, since it is very hot out here. It's a beautiful. So, many of us are told, and it's the current belief that sun exposure is bad and it can lead to sun cancer if you get sunburn. That is actually not quite the case, especially recent studies proving just the opposite, that some sun exposure is beneficial, and that actually the vitamin D deficiency is one of the leading causes of cancer. So sun exposure is very good for you. Of course, if we don't get sunburn, I do recommend 10 to 15 minutes direct sunlight per day in the hours between 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The best source of vitamin D, and vitamin D is crucial for our hormonal balance, for healthy working immune system. It can prevent autoimmune disease. It can just 15 minutes exposure to direct sunlight per day can impact and reset your circadian rhythm. It can balance your hormones. It's the best thing you can do if you want an instant impact on your hormones. It can prevent a weaker immune system. It actually strengthens it. It's great for your children. Let them play for a little bit unprotected under the sunlight. So I don't know. I guess we don't have too many people right now in the live, but please do comment in below the video if you did believe that actually sun exposure causes sun cancer. I did until pretty recently. That is not the case. The recent studies show that what actually increases the risk of cancer in general, and especially skin cancer, is vitamin D deficiency and our higher consumption today of omega-6 fatty acids that are found in certain vegetable oils like canola oil, corn oil, soy oil. They are oils that contain a lot of synthetic substances that are toxic for your body. So these two, and the third factor, getting away from nature. We are a society today that spends too much time inside. We don't spend enough time outside. We are so much immersed into technology and avoidance that we are getting detached from nature. So this plus the deficiency in vitamin D and this high consumption of omega-6 fatty acids are the number one factors that are increasing the risk for cancer disease, especially skin cancers. I recommend direct sunlight 10 to 15 minutes per day, as we said, between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. And of course, after that, if you are spending a day at the beach, you do need to apply sunscreen. My recommendation is use organic sunscreen with the least possible ingredients. If you want a good sunscreen, usually most organic sunscreens will contain zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. That are the natural ingredients that prevent from the ultraviolet rays and protect your skin. There are some brands that I prefer. The brands that, if you're in the US, can easily find are Badger, California Babies, Beauty Counter is one of my favorite ones. Attitude is also EWG certified. That's the Environmental Working Group certificate. So those are safe brands. You know, you can close your eyes and blindly buy them. I can guarantee for them. I have profoundly researched them, and I have used them on myself and on my kids. I guarantee for those brands. If you are located in Bulgaria, things are a little bit harder. But you can find on Zoya BG Attitude brand. Then you can find a very good Bulgarian brand, and that's the so-called Sunny Cream. Also, you can buy on Zoya BG Natural Tones. That's actually an American brand that is organic. What else? Am I missing something? Also by Peter Thomas Roth, which is a powder that contains zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, and you can brush it on yourself or on your child. It's very easy, and you can buy it on Amazon. So, and of course, if you have the time and you like making things yourself, you can make your own sunscreen. Just Google it, and all you need is some natural oils like coconut oil, and you can buy the zinc oxide from the pharmacy yourself. So that's it. Don't believe that sunscreen can cause that sun exposure can cause skin cancer. This is actually proven wrong today with a lot of scientific studies. The FDA is currently making labels for sunscreen change, and note there that the sun exposure is that sunscreen is not preventing from skin cancer. It prevents sunburn that can lead to skin cancer, but there is not direct protection for skin cancer from the sunscreen. I personally went for a run today for 30 minutes, not wearing any sunscreen in the morning, and I feel great. I have done that in the past many times, and I never get sunburn. I think that 30 minutes being out there in the sun is fine. Of course, if you have very fair skin, don't do more than 15 minutes. It's a very interesting fact, actually, that today dark-skinned people are at a higher increased risk for melanoma cancer, which is the most common skin cancer, and that is exactly because of their higher vitamin D deficiency and less sun exposure that they get. Talking about a vitamin D deficiency that is like a epidemic, it's at epidemic levels. Today they will have like a level of 30 or so, and especially for reproductive health, for pregnancy, you want to have your vitamin D level between 50 and 70. That's the optimal level for fertility. If your vitamin D level is not 50, I can guarantee you're going to have a very hard time getting pregnant and staying pregnant. So please get some direct sunlight every day if possible. What else about the sunscreen? I told you my favorite brands. You can make it yourself. I do believe that if you're at the beach, you can get a good protection wearing a hat, and of course applying some sunscreen on the exposed areas of your body. The SPF factor is another thing that is commonly discussed today. I personally don't wear any thing higher than SPF 30, and that's what I use for my kids. I don't think that the higher factor gives you a better protection. They say that SPF factor of 30 usually blocks 97% of the ultraviolet rays, and anything like 50 blocks 98%, and supposedly anything higher than 50 blocks 99%. I think that you can get optimal protection with SPF factor of 30, and most of the time the higher claim factor is a speculation, really, or it does not give you any more benefits. What it gives you is more toxic chemicals on your skin, and I do believe that if it's not edible, you should not put it on your skin. because it does penetrate through the skin in your bloodstream, and sunscreen is not any different. So go organic, look for the creams with zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Make it yourself, even better. What else about the sunscreen? I'm going to look at my laptop again to see if we have any comments. I am not able to see any questions, but if you do have some, please, you're welcome to post them in the comments. And one thing that I forgot to mention is a lot of doctors will tell you, will test your vitamin D. You do test it with a blood test. And they will tell you that, oh yes, your levels are fine. Please do ask and know your numbers, because you want the vitamin D between 50 and 70. Otherwise, you need some more sun exposure or some supplementation. So don't satisfy yourself just with the answer, oh, your levels are fine. Please know your numbers. That's it for me for today. Enjoy this beautiful day. Go outside in the sunshine and get some sun on your skin, and have a beautiful, beautiful summer. Let me know if you have any questions. Lots of love. Bye for now. And I will be following up in the comments to answer any questions, if any. Bye-bye.